Yo, I'm Shindo Makoto. I prepared a real special story for you guys, but this is bad. That story Iwashita-san just told. The story about Shimizu-san from the art club. To tell you the truth, I know that story too. No, in my case, the story's a little different. Why do I know that? It's complicated. It's a little difficult to say. It's complicated. What's wrong, Kurata? Are you scared? You went to the art room just before, yeah? Your face says you saw it, huh? That terrifying face from when she was killed. You saw it, didn't you? I did. I knew it. Which means you're gonna die too. Don't look so sullen. I saw it too, so I'm in the same position. That's why I thought I have to tell you guys before we die. A rumor regarding Shimizu Tomoko. How about it? Want to hear it? If you do, maybe we'll find a way to deal with this. What do you want to do? Let's hear it. Is that so? Well then, let me tell you one more story about Shimizu Tomoko. To tell you the truth, Shimizu-san's house is near mine, so I've known her for a long time. She was like a kind older sis to me. She really loved art. Even on her days off, she never really went anywhere. She stayed inside, drawing pictures. If she ever went out, it was to the park with her sketchbook to draw pictures. Her life itself was a picture. I often went over to her house to play. I don't mean that in a strange way, don't get me wrong. This was when I was a kid. I never visited her room again after I started junior high. She stopped inviting me over too. It was definitely a girl's room. The pink curtains were cute and everything was nice and clean. Even now, I can still clearly remember that room. But there's one thing that I just can't forget about it. What do you think that is? The pictures in her room. It was the pictures in her room. Well, she was painting pictures all year round, so she had hundreds of them. Rather than saying she decorated her room with them, it was more like they were just everywhere. Although they were kept neatly, it still felt really weird. Her closet was packed tight with sketchbooks and canvases. She would say, embarrassed, "Don't look." I still can't forget it. At the time, she was painting landscapes, people, and still life pictures. And there was something in particular she continued painting. Do you know what that was? Landscapes from trips she went on. She painted the landscapes from the trips she went on. Always from places she went herself. Why? So she could put herself in there too, I guess. That's right. She always painted herself in the landscape as well. I think what she really wanted to paint was herself. And as proof, she always put a lot of effort into painting herself. She also had a lot of self-portraits. And she made those into like a compilation. That's right. She was painting that picture around the same time we stopped seeing each other. She stopped inviting me around. Why do you think that was? You did something to make her hate you. She hated me. Although she had gotten a boyfriend, so that was the real cause of it. He was a lanky, uncool guy. I could understand if he was a sportsman or good looking like an actor, but he wasn't that at all. He didn't suit her at all. I looked up to her. So I was stupid. I jumped out at him when they were walking and hit him. I hit his cheek as hard as possible, so even though I thought I'd feel the shock in my fist, but I didn't. It was like there were no bones there at all. My fist disappeared to my wrist, like touching a rubber ball. But he just smiled, like he didn't feel a thing. I froze, scared, and she tore into me. But I couldn't say anything back. I was in no position to. After that, she started ignoring me. Although I tried talking to her to tell her that her boyfriend wasn't human. Then a short while later, on a day off from school, I heard this terrifying scream from Shimizu-san's house. I looked out the window to see what it was, and I saw that very same guy go flying from her house. Then Shimizu-san came out, bawling. Her hair was a mess, and she'd clearly been crying for a while. Then she tossed the book and paintbrush she was holding at him. He was grinning like he was making fun of her. "I'll kill you! I'll kill you!" She screamed and jumped at him, loud enough that I could hear it from my house. Honestly, everyone in the neighborhood turned to look outside. He dodged her and then said something. I couldn't hear him, but he seemed to be calling her out. "I can do it. I'll kill you." It was the first time I'd ever seen her like that. She really looked like she was going to kill him. Then he scoffed at her and wandered away. She fell to the ground in tears. I never saw her again after that. 1 month later, she was killed. Someone strangled her. The police also came to investigate near my house when she died. I didn't say anything, but I think someone else probably did. About that guy. It was a massive fight. Everyone would have remembered it. But even if they said it, they would never find him. Because he wasn't human. That's what I think. He was someone who didn't exist. So if he was the person who killed Shimizu-san, it wouldn't matter how much they looked. They'd never find him. Naturally, the case became a mystery. Well, Kurata? Want to go back to the art room one more time? Let's go. I see. The rest of you will come too, right? Well then, let's go. Nobody put that painting away, so it should still be there. And it might still have that terrifying face. There's just one thing about that painting that bothers me. I want to check that right now. Well, here's the art room door. You ready? I'm gonna open it. Kurata, how does it look to you? To me, it looks like Shimizu-san's face when she died. Let's get a little closer. It's just as I thought. I've seen dozens of her self-portraits. I loved them. But strangely, I've never heard that she painted her self-portraits anywhere but at school. This may have been the first and only one she painted outside. That's why nobody noticed. But you can't fool me. There are 2 paintings here. There's another one hidden beneath her self-portrait. This way of painting, and this amount of paint, it's not her style. I think she forcibly painted this self-portrait to hide what she painted beneath. It had nothing to do with the contest being near. She was desperately painting to hide something. Well, Kurata, shall we peel back this paint? You might get cursed. But we will reveal the truth before our very eyes. What do you want to do? Peel back the paint. I see. Peel the paint off, huh? Yeah, if we leave it like this, we'll die anyway. If we're gonna die, might as well do what we've got to do. Alright, let's do it. Look! There really was another picture hidden beneath it. Let's peel off a little more. I know what's painted there. You know too, right? No doubt about it. She tried to seal him in this picture so that he wouldn't kill her. That's right. It's him. The guy that was always at her house. The man who lives in this painting. Did you see, Kurata? I know you saw it. That man in the picture, disappearing. I think Shimizu-san really must have been lonely. I think she wanted someone to always be by her side. Then she created a guy that would always be with her. Through what she was good at, painting. I don't know how she did it, but at any rate, she was successful. Whether it was a spirit or a demon or just her imagination, I don't know. But she succeeded in summoning something unknown. But while he listened to her at first, gradually he started to rebel. He gained his own ego and asserted himself. Then, tragedy struck. He killed her when she tried to seal him in the painting. And still she spent day after day as a ghost, working on the picture to finish it and seal him inside. The 4 people who died weren't killed by her, but by the man instead. She was desperately trying to warn them of him. She wanted them to notice how to make that man in the picture disappear. And he killed those 4 who were close to learning the secret. Don't you think so too? That's what I want to think. Although I don't know anything for real. This is all just what I think. Anyway, the picture's gone now. So I don't know what's going to happen after this. Maybe we'll soon die from Shimizu-san's curse, just like the rumors say. But maybe now that the man's gone, we don't have anything to worry about either. Either way, we'll soon find out. Before long, yeah? Before long. Let's head back to the newspaper club. We gotta hear the next story.